To i-TUTOR IAS Academy. In this session, we will discuss the subject-based preparation approach for UPSC Prelims examination. Why its subject-based preparation is important in this last months. UPSC follows a predictable yet evolving pattern in how it frames questions. A subject-based strategy is necessary, but it must be structured within a time-efficient execution plan. So, first of all, polity and governance. Focus on constitutional provisions, judicial pronouncements, and governance framework and parliamentary procedures. PYQ trends, recurring focus on fundamental rights, DPSP, parliament, judiciary, and local governance. And approach is revision through conceptual clarity. For that, you just use NCERTs and standard books and current affairs linkages, for example, recent Supreme Court judgments, constitutional amendments, etc., and question based practice, analyzing PYQs to identify key themes. For economy, high weightage topics, that is banking, monetary policy, inflation, external sector, Indian agriculture government schemes, and economic survey. Also focus on key initiatives by the IMF, World Bank, and WTO. PYQ trend, emphasize on macro concept like fiscal policy, monetary tools, and budget highlights. How to approach, interlinking static concept with current economic developments. PYQ driven approach, identifying frequently asked themes, mock based learning, solving economy based question under time constraints. And environment and ecology, focus on ecology, environmental governance, international convention, climate change, biodiversity, protected areas. PYQ trend, question often link static concept with current developments in climate action and policies based on trends analysis over the past 3 to 4 years. Several questions have been directly repeated from previous year's questions options, particularly in ecology. How to approach, conceptual clarity in foundational topics, that is biodiversity, conservation, treaties, etc., and current affairs integration, focusing on latest reports, agreements, and map-based visualization, biosphere reserves, national park, key ecological zones, etc. And history, mainly modern plus art and culture. Modern history, chronology based preparation with emphasis on freedom struggle movements and key personalities. Students should also focus on terms or definitions mentioned in the old NCERT, especially medieval history. Art and culture, architecture, literature, music, and cultural traditions are important. How to approach, theme-based learning rather than rote memorization, linking movements with their socio-political impact, using visual aids, that is flowchart, mind maps for better retention. In geography, key topics, that is climate, natural resources, river system, geomorphology and mapping. Economic geography and drainage system of India are critical. More than 10 questions have been asked from the drainage system alone in the past 7 years. Okay, you just refer UPSC last 10-year question paper before your preliminary examination. PYQ trend, more focus on Indian geography, physical features, and climate related phenomena. How to approach, map based learning, physical geography plus location based current affairs. Conceptual clarity on climatic patterns, that is on monsoon system and disaster prone areas. PYQ analysis to understand recurring trends. Science and technology, focus on UPSC's preliminary focus in areas remain emerging technologies, space biotechnology, AI, defense technology, and health related issues. PYQ trends, UPSC increasingly asked application based and current affairs linked questions. How to approach, basic conceptual clarity from NCERT, emphasizing recent technological advancement, that is ISRO mission, AI in governance, biotech regulations, etc. Linking innovation to practical implication, example digital governance, space mission, etc. In international relations is a crucial area in prelims, often integrating static and current affairs based questions. Aspirants should focus on place in news, that is geopolitical hotspots, border disputes, and emerging strategic locations. Dispute territories, region under international contention and agreements affecting their status. Important conventions, treaties, summits, and multilateral agreements shaping global policies. Non-UN bodies in news. Okay, so refer your current affairs part of international relations is more important here. Current affairs integration. Current affairs cannot be studied in isolation, they must be linked to static subject. UPSC frequently asks contextual questions where current events reinforce conceptual understanding. How to study current affairs effectively? For that, use monthly current affairs magazine as a primary source. Create mind maps linking major current events with the static concepts. Revise using previous year's current affairs question to understand framing techniques. And how to approach CSAT efficiently. Reading comprehension mastery. Since RCs dominate the paper, that is reading comprehension, practicing different passage type is crucial. Use your previous year UPSC question paper for that. And quantitative aptitude, focusing on high weightage topics like percentage, profit loss ratio, and number series, etc., instead of attempting everything. Logical reasoning and decision making. Prioritize seating arrangements, blood relation, among others. And time management for CSAT, deciding which section to attempt first and how much time to allocate is important. And set clear daily target the night before to keep your mind organized. So this is about the subject based discussion before your prelims. Thank you so much.